but let's find out. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Am I here? Am I not here? It's been like 3 months since I've streamed, so it's been a minute. It's been a minute. All right. Looks like we got people rolling in. Everyone's saying they can kind of see me, so that's good. Let me just make sure. Say some good mornings to people too. Yeah, we got some good people coming in early this morning to say hello. We got The Undertaker Calloway, Kevin, Leon. I hope I pronounced that correct. Maria. We got Trevor. We got Greg the Guppy Guy. We got Jacob Kelly. We got Florida Fish Rescue. We got Everything Aquarium. Hopefully the audio is good. Let me know if it's a little too loud. That better, maybe. Also, you're going to be hearing a lot of background noise now. And there's 2 reasons for that. First reason is it's Sunday. So Sunday is my water change, top off kind of day. So the water levels are a little bit lower. So like the 75 lower water level than normal. But also we've got 2 new tanks off to the side here. So the import rack, all the tanks that were on the import rack are now at the fish store, and we're using those in the back room for quarantine and other purposes. But I've got 220-gallon fish tanks sitting here now with a separate air pump running it, so you can hear the air pump now. So soon, hopefully really soon, I'm going to be plumbing in a PVC pipe that comes up across the ceiling and then down, so I can plug in these systems onto that so you can't hear it. Because I am a stickler about noise, and that air pump is very loud. So yeah, let's get back into the chat here and see what everyone's doing. Everyone's saying hello. Science Gal Aquatics, good to see you. Glad you can make it. Justin Mosley, good morning. Patrick Hardy, good morning from Austin, Texas. Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. I hope you're doing well down there. Not Austin, Houston, Texas. Hope you're doing well down there, and you're kind of bouncing back from all the stuff that happened to you guys down there. So my best wishes to you if you did have some issues, and hopefully you're working through them. Kevin's saying hello to everybody. Maria's saying bubbles. Yeah, you can hear all the bubbles everywhere. There's also a couple of new fish behind me too. Right here, we now have a flower horn. Have not named said flower horn yet. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It is a pearly compa, and we had it for sale at the shop, and it was the one that I wanted to order, and I was going to take it home a long time ago, and no one wanted it, so I ended up taking him, whatever it is, and he's been a blast. So he's hanging out behind me now in that tank. We moved some stuff around, got some fish out of here. So we've got a couple of free tanks that I'm moving stuff around. So yeah, if you have any name suggestions, throw them up in the chat, and I will write them down, and we can go through and name them later on. Oh, Select Pet, good to see you. Anthony's fishing friend says, looks like 18 inches of snow in Colorado. My flights have been canceled twice. Oof, that is a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow. We got about 3 centimeters yesterday, so it wasn't a whole lot of snow here. It's supposed to be like 65 degrees today, which is so weird. It was like 70 degrees last week, and then the next day it snowed 2 inches. So I don't know. It's Utah, Colorado. They're really close together. The weather is strange, to say the least. So, yeah. Patrick says, thank you, Fish Fam. No lights or water for a week, 39 degrees inside my home. Oh, that is awful, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, Patrick. Reach out to me if you need any help with anything, if you need some help with fish. I know there's a couple people on our Fish Collective that are doing some discount codes for people too. So if you want to, you can get some fish replacement there. But if you have a really big wish, let me know, and I can see what I can do to help you out as well. Right. Vinaski's Tanks, good to see you. Big Tank Hank, good morning, bud. Good to see you in here. Everything Aquarium says, hey, that phase 3 Luteus is something phenomenal. Wish I was rich. Yeah, I wish I was rich too, because that is a gorgeous fish. So I have a problem with every time something really cool like that comes into the shop, I end up naming it. And Lewis is always like, why are you doing that? Why are you naming it? And then, well, that was not his voice. That was very, I didn't mean to make him sound like that. He's like, why are you naming that? And I'm like, because it's fun. It's fun to name it. So I named the phase 3 Luteus Pleco Eldorado because he is a solid gold Pleco. He's gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen a phase 3 Luteus, it's a beautiful, beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous. So definitely take a look at it if you can. Follow TheWaterFront on Instagram. I believe there's going to be some changes here with the new YouTube channel potentially coming out too for the store, so you guys can get your fix on the like the Luteus and that kind of stuff when they come in. So just keep your eyes open for what we're doing. Really exciting stuff coming down the line. But we've got some new stuff in the fish room too. I'm hoping, so kind of what's been going on right now. I haven't been on YouTube in like 3 months, which has been a good and a bad thing for me. I miss you guys terribly. The community is the only reason I really do what I do here on YouTube. I absolutely love my fish, but the reason that I do YouTube is all of you guys. So it's been kind of hard for me to not be around and kind of hanging out with you guys as well. But I've also been going through some things in my life, and there just hasn't been enough time in the day to film and edit and all that stuff without sacrificing family time or just time to relax and unwind from long days. So I've been doing my day-to-day job like I've always been doing, 8 to 5 every day, and then I'll leave my job and go help out at the shop if needed, or I'll come home and do stuff for our fish collective, or I'll do stuff at home for the shop. Or I've got wedding stuff that I've got to help my fiance with. So there's been a few things going on my plate that have kind of just, they've been a little bit more important than making content. And I hope you guys understand that, because it's not that you guys aren't important to me, because you really are. It's just that my family comes first. And right now the fish store in Lewis and Trent, they're my family. So they go up on the priority list as well. So hopefully you guys understand that. But I am planning to start doing my Sunday live streams every week again. I want to at least give you guys this avenue to kind of talk to me and hang out with me, and me to hang out with you guys, because I miss you all. And then I'll slowly start bringing in the videos again until I can start to do them regularly again, when I get a schedule down pat again, to when I can actually do it right. So there's been some stuff going on in the fish room though, which I'm really excited about. We got a bunch of new tanks. Well, not a bunch of new things. We got 2 new big tanks. Some of my biggest tanks I've ever had. 2 125s, absolutely gorgeous tanks. So they're 5 feet long. I think they're 36 inches tall. Can't remember how. I think they're 24 inches front to back, something like that. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful tanks. But the fish in them are more beautiful. So in the bottom tank, I've got festivums, which I'm actually actively breeding them right now, which is pretty cool. They've laid eggs twice, and I've got 2 wigglies, 2 little big wigglies right now. So I'm super excited about those. And then I've got a colony of red shoulder severums, or hero severums, or rock keel severums. There's a couple names for them. Absolutely gorgeous fish. I've also got a colony of Venezuelan rust cories, which is really cool. So I'm hopefully going to be breeding those as well. And then I've also got in that same tank, I think there's 6, maybe, of the white spot black pleco. I can never remember their own number, but they're black body with the white spots. So I think they're called snowball plecos. Is a good common name for them. But yeah, so that's in one tank. And then the other tank, which if you guys are on Instagram, you know that I've already posted a bunch of content on them, is Zorro and Zelda, my zebra pikes. So I've got 2 monster fish in the fish right now. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful fish. And in that same tank, I also do have a pleco now too. It is Joe Mango Pleco. He is named after Joe Manganello, but it's a mango pleco, so it doesn't even have an L number yet. It looks very similar to the royal or the watermelon pleco, but he's got this really beautiful yellow fin, kind of thingy at the end, kind of just a mark. So yeah. Let me say some highs to everybody. We got a lot of people coming in and saying hello. So I'm going to kind of jump back into the chat here now. Let's see, we got someone saying I should name the flower horn Frank. Select Pet said you should name this flower horn Sue. It can be man named Sue. That's true. Ooh, that rhymed. Vanoski's Tank say good morning. Lindsay, good to see you. Timothy Darling, good to see you. I'm glad to see you guys all here too. I really appreciate it. Scott's Aquatics, good to see you. Glad you can make it. Florida Fish Rescue saying, so life then. Yeah, life happens. And sometimes it comes in huge waves and it's just unstoppable. Unstoppable. Ivan, good to see you. Glad you can make it in. Rico Stan, hello everybody. Yeah, it looks like we got some really great people in here. Florida Fish Rescue says, I love small schooling fish in a large tank. Makes for lots of movement and excitement. Yeah, that's something I do want to end up doing in the future in that tank. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually bringing in plants when I can get them through our wholesalers that match the Amazon River Basin ecosystem. So right now we've got a bunch of Java fern and some jungle val in there right now that is from that region. And then I've got some long leaf Java fern as well that we just brought in this last week, and that's in that tank. So I'm just trying to give us some nature on that tank. These fish are absolutely beautiful. Zorro and Zelda are their names. They're the zebra pikes. I'm pretty sure that it's a male and a female. I'm really excited if that's the case, because then that means that I can breed them. And breeding zebra pikes is, I haven't been able to find anybody online who's been able to do it thus far. So yeah, so if I can do it, I will be for sure a happy camper. Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them. I finally did get them to go from, since they are wild fish, they were, what's the word I'm thinking of here? They only ate live foods. So I finally got them to switch over from live to frozen shrimp that I thought. So they're not going live anymore, which is great. So that kind of helps out a little bit because I'm not a huge fan of live feedings. But I do understand that as a wild fish, that is what they needed to get that process started. So that is what I had to do to make sure that they were actually staying healthy and alive. So yeah, but they're doing great. Absolutely love them. Everything in the bottom tank's doing awesome too. So we're doing good there. Tank behind me, we've changed out a couple things too. We've got some Gary Lang Emerald Rainbows in there now. So you can see the school kind of looking around in there. I think we have 8 of them. Yeah, 8 of them in there. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Really excited about those guys. The Cares Rack, we had a couple things go on with that. The betta chinoides still haven't bred for me, so I don't know. We've got another trio of rainbow fish that I'm hoping to breed. The golden skiffia, they never bred, and I'm pretty sure they just died of old age because Goodyear's lifespan's not very long. So I think that they just passed on me. And then we've got the 20-gallon mutton. They're doing great. So yeah, so we got a couple things going on in here. Super excited. All right, let's jump back in the chat. We got Because You're Fish. Good to see you, man. Glad you could make it in. Jay Draper. Afternoon from the UK. Good to see you back. Thanks, bud. Glad you could make it. It's kind of cool when I do the morning one because I can get people from the UK and all over the world to come in and be able to hang out. That's where like the nighttime streams are, sometimes hard for you guys because it's 6 a.m. in the morning or 2 a.m. or whatever. So got to keep it running, Rigo Stan says BRB needs some kickstart juice. I'm guessing that means coffee. I agree with you, bud. Daylight savings was today as well, and it's a rough one. Don't like daylight savings. I hate it. People in Arizona have the system right. We should all follow them because it doesn't make sense. We have lights. That's my spiel for the day. Mike's is saying, thanks for the reminder, Rico. Got my cup ready too. Yeah, we all have our cups of coffee or whatever you drink in the morning, whether it be water, juice, whatever. Just get something that you enjoy. Rico Stan saying, Guppy Guru, love to see a video on the new Gary Lang rainbows you have. I would love to see a video on that too. I have literally like right here, I've got this like book just full of video ideas that I need to get going for you guys. My plan is literally once I have life set, just to start doing some really good content again for you guys. But right now, everything is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'd rather stream with you guys for an hour and enjoy it than sit at my desk for 4 hours editing a video and miss out on life with my family. Right now, it's very important. So our wedding's coming up in another month, so we've got a lot to get done, and then we're going on a two-week honeymoon. Super excited about it. We are going to Central America. Really excited. Yeah, it's gonna be great. 2 weeks. Hopefully, when I get back, I'll be able to release a video of our honeymoon. My goal is to actually go down and actually look at some wild fish that are in this area that we're going to, because it's going to be great. I'm really excited. We're going for 2 weeks. I'm going to turn my phone off. It's going to be great. We're both very excited for it. And that's something that we need as a couple. So, Timothy saying, got a question. Would a pair of Apistos work with an angelfish and one blue gourami in a 20-gallon tub? Apistos, angelfish. Probably, actually. As long as you can keep the water warm enough for the Apistos and not mess with your angel or your gourami, I don't see why not. It's kind of just one of those things that you have to try. I mean, the internet always says you can't do certain things, and that's just the way the internet works. You read one article and it says yes, and one article says no. But until you actually try something, you're never going to know yourself. Maybe your blue gourami is a butthead and it doesn't like anything else. Maybe the Apistos, when they start breeding, they're going to go after everything. So there's kind of one of those what's the word I'm looking for? You just got to try. if you don't try, you're not going to do anything that makes sense to you. I've done things in my fish room that people are like, oh, you can't do that. It doesn't work. And it works great. Like I breed my orange pumpkin shrimp and my snow white shrimp in with my guppies. Have an explosion of both colonies. So it's just kind of one of those, you got to try something. If it doesn't work, then pivot, try something different. It's the way it goes. That's just life. Just like we have to do everything else in our lives. If it doesn't work, then you have to pivot and try something new. But in my opinion, I think that could work. I've had German blue rams in with my angels before with no problem. The only thing I could think of is that your angelfish is going to get very large unless it's a smaller type angel. But a 20-gallon tall, those are great tanks. I absolutely love them. Should be able to fit a pair of angels, no problem. All right, Patty, good to see you. The Undertaker says, got new guppies and new babies. That's going good. That is awesome, man. That's awesome. Florida Fish Rescue saying, thank you for the new subs, guys. I'll get you back after the stream. That's awesome. Got to spread the guppy love throughout the fish fam for sure. Support everybody you can. Because your fish says that's awesome. Once they start dropping, then it's nonstop. It's true. It's true. Rico Stan says, Guppy Guru, what? That makes total sense. No pressure. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things I've got to do what's best for the family. You guys are also my family, so I want to make sure that I'm staying here with you guys too. And so that's why I want to start to stream again. So Sunday mornings, I will be here. I will be ready to go for you. Unless something comes up that I cannot be here, you guys will see me hopefully every Sunday going forward until our wedding and our wedding, because then you won't see me. I'll be missing them because I'll be in a foreign country and streaming probably won't be an option. Just saying. Florida Fish Rescue says, everybody remember to mash Guppy Guru's like button. I appreciate that, bud. Scott says, congrats. Everyone's saying congrats on the wedding. I appreciate it. We're really excited about it. Kevin saying, does she like aquariums at all? And what does she think of that plan? Of the plan to go down and look at fish? That's something I wanted to do. She has what she wants to do while we're there. So we're going to do what we both want to do, which is really cool. But we're really excited. We're going to hold turtles. We're going to hold sloths. We are going to climb a volcano. We are going to go snorkeling in a reef. We are going to horseback ride down the beach. We are going to watch the bioluminescent waves roll in. We're going to take a hike, a nature hike. Yeah, there's a lot of things. We're going to go snorkeling at the bottom of a waterfall, freshwater waterfall. It was really cool. And we're going to do a lot of really fun stuff. And then, does she like aquariums? She likes my aquariums when I take care of them. She had her own in her office, and she just didn't want it anymore, so we took it down to the shop. So if you come down into the waterfront and you look up, you'll see a 30-gallon bow front in there with my betta sorority in there. And that was her tank that she built. So, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful tank. It came out great. She did an awesome job on it. Right. Florida Fish Rescue says, oh, bring us back a roseline pike cichlid. That would be cool. That would be super cool. I'm really liking the pike cichlids more and more. Just their interaction is really cool. I've been able to actually feed them via, I've got this dollar store hand long extender thingy. And so I get the shrimp, and I put the shrimp at the end, and I hand feed them pretty much, which is really fun to do. So I think since they live so long, and I've got a long time with them, I'm going to start training them to do tricks and stuff. So I'm going to put a couple of rings in there and see if they'll go through the rings, and put those poles that stick up like the dogs where they go in. I want to see if I can get them to do that kind of stuff. It's awesome. Kevin saying pumpkin Neos and Snow White. They're both Neos and guppies. Yep. I breed my shrimp with my guppies. Right. MVH Pets, do you think angels would do well in a 20-gallon vertical? BTW just got back into guppies. I'm doing a 240-gallon tank full of them. Wow, that's going to be awesome, man. Definitely be watching for that. I watch your videos when you put them out, too, so I'll be watching for the 240-gallon for sure. I've had angels into 20-gallon eyes. No problems. But then if you get like we've got the Bechadas and the Alton Angels that are direct from Venezuela, and those fish are literally like top to bottom. They're probably 12 inches, if not more. They would not work in a 20 high. No way. They need I think the tank they're in right now is like a 60 tall. So it's like 40. It's like really big. It's like 36 or 40 inches tall. So it's just super tall, kind of, it's like this wide and then long. So they need something like that when you get the bigger angels like that, but just their standard, American, hobbyist bred angels should be perfectly fine in 20. Big City Bettis, glad you can make it in. Thank you for the congratulations on both the wedding and the store. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's been interesting trying to plan a wedding during a panorama. So we were going to have this big grand, well, not big grand. I mean, we're just going to have a bigger wedding, 150 people, I think. And it was going to be great. It was just going to be at a venue. It's going to be really nice. We were just going to have just everybody we wanted. And now we've cut it back. We're doing just a backyard style wedding. So we rented a house. We're just going to do that. I think there's going to be like 30 people. So just a little bit smaller, but it's just going to be a lot easier and safer for everybody because we do have some family members who are older and we don't want to risk too much. So it's been a little bit of a stress thing going on. So yeah, but thank you for your congratulations. It means a lot. Kevin saying, I want a 240 for some discus. Discus are gorgeous. We sell quite a few discus out of the shop. I think right now we've got, I don't know if they all sold yesterday, but we've got some wild Venezuelan discus that are gorgeous fish. The one thing with discus is usually you want to house them with just discus. You can maybe get away with a couple of the same type pleco that keep in the same region or whatever. But usually you want to house discus with discus just to keep them safe because they're very temperamental with their water. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But I absolutely love discus. I think they're gorgeous. Some of the most beautiful fish in the world. And they're just a little bit more temperamental than most people would want. We got a lot of people saying hello to everybody. Looks like we got a great group in here today. Andre Ellis, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Let's see if I missed anybody else. Don't think I did. I think I've got everybody thus far. Let's see. Andre is saying, anyone have any ideas on how to add a single tiger barb to an existing school? I actually have never owned tiger barbs. Thinking about it, I've never owned tiger barbs. So I don't have any personal experience with that. So I'm not going to speak to it because I don't have any experience. that's something that I try not to do unless I know, I've heard it from so-and-so and they've had success breeding or whatever. I'm not going to give you any information that I don't trust. So I don't have any info on that, unfortunately. But hopefully someone else in the chat does for you, Andre. So yeah, hopefully that answers that. But I'm not gonna spew some information that I don't have personal experience with. Kevin is saying, Guppy Guru, do you want some other fish? Some dither fish, though. God, I wish I had a bigger tank and some room for it. With discus, I don't even think you need dither fish. I think they're just so beautiful on their own. The more you put into a tank with discus, the less likely you are for them to be happy and healthy, and you run risks. And risks with a $400 discus is kind of hefty of a risk. So it's up to you. I've seen people do it 150 times, but I know that Lewis is very adamant about the fact of keeping in our shop discus with discus. So it's something that we try to talk about more. So Big City Betta says, pull all the barbs, give it a few hours, and add all back in the tank. Barbs can be aggressive towards stressed individuals. Oh, there you go. There you go. Andre says, I do the same thing. I was just asking the general chat. Well, there's your answer for you from Big City Bettas. Amber is awesome. She has a lot of experience in breeding literally everything you can imagine. In the smaller fish side, I think she's got some angels and stuff too. She's got some beautiful histogrammas and stuff too. Later on. Later for sure. By adding all the barbs to the tank at once, it prevents the newcomer from being picked on while settling in. That's a great point. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. Big J's, good to see you. Glad you could make it in. Scott's Aquatic says, Peter, what about doing a 50% water change and moving around stuff in the tank for the barbs? That could work, I'm sure. I mean, I have never, like I said, I've never had barbs. The thing is like now that I'm starting to semi get into, like, my most aggressive fish now is zebra pike. They're very aggressive, but they're by themselves, and Joe Mango Pleco. So there's really no risk in there at this moment. I do want to, in the future, once that tank is planted and very the way I want it, maybe add in like a school of gold tetras. Hopefully by then, Zorro and Zelda, the zebra pikes, will be happy and relaxed in their home, and they won't go after them because I'm feeding them pretty consistently, and they'll realize that they don't need to go after the dither fish. Because what I really want to do is a biotope kind of setup with them, something that you'd see in the Amazon River where they come from. So we'll see how that goes, but barbs might be a good choice for them. I don't know. Florida Fish Rescue says, Andre, just like cichlids, I'd rearrange the entire tank. It makes everyone have to readjust, and the new fish slips in the background. That's another great one. So this is why I love live streams, because you guys can ask a question that other people can really like give opinion and comment. Give us some good information, because this is how we learn. We learn through asking questions and listening to multiple different opinions and options instead of just going with the first one you read online. I think that's just definitely the way to go. All right. Patrick saying, I remember in the 1980s it was easy to find wild type guppies sold as feeders here in Houston. Can't find them anymore. Do you know any? Does anyone know where I can find some? You're probably not going to find too many wild type guppies anymore. The reason for that is that the wholesalers, importers, all those people have millions of months that they really can't sell. Therefore, there's no reason to go and collect any. It just takes more time and money from them. So they're going to be sending months as feeders. So the likelihood that we're going to get wild guppies is very small unless they're collected by someone and sold as wild guppies. That's just my personal research from what I've done. So hopefully that answers the question, but I don't think we're going to see too many wild guppies coming back into the hobby anytime soon, unless it's sold by somebody who's gone out and collected them and brought them in as wild guppies and kept them that way. So something to look at, but the wholesalers and importers are not going to go out and collect anymore. They don't need to. They really don't want to. Dylan, good to see you. Glad you could make it in. I was going to make the club meeting yesterday. I was shooting for it, and then family stuff came up and couldn't end up making it. So really bummed because I miss my club. Miss my club. Chevy Fish, good to see you. Undertaker Callaway says, got my coffee looking in here and Cecil Hotel. Oh, is that new show on Netflix? I think that's the new show. Andre Alice says, Patrick, do you have a Pet Supplies Plus? I normally have them for like 10 cents. Big City Betta says, I do have angels. Just set up my main pair at a 65 gallon and are already setting up a nest site. They weren't loving their 20 high, too much pecking at the plants and each other. Dang water chickens. It's true. They definitely are water chickens. I love some of the names that come out with fish. What is pea puffers? There's these people online, they're calling them murder beans. And I am loving that name. So anytime people come into the shop and they're like, hey, do you guys have pea puffers? I'm like, sorry, we don't carry murder beans. They're really hard to get in, and they're very hard to keep healthy. And so we just haven't had any good source yet. And once we find the source, then we'll bring in more. And they're like, what are murder beans? And I'm like, oh, pea puffers. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. So I hijacked that name. So I think it's Murder Beans on Instagram is one of the people that I got the name from. So giving them credit for that. Gina French, good to see you. Glad you could make it in. Big City Betta says, but they're also Altums, Platinum Blue, so they're larger for eagles. Yeah, anytime you get an Altum genetic, those guys get huge, super long, beautiful. Because your fish is guppy girl having trouble getting heat packs, know a good place. I ordered a 180 pack from our supplier, and they just came in like a week ago. So it's been very rough. But I'll send you, since you're the seller on I'll send you our link, and you can go get them. They're actually in Spanish, I believe. So they're local to us. Patrick Hardy said, thank you. These guppies used to be the side members. Yeah, that's the bummer with the fact that all these wholesalers and importers can breed ridiculous amounts of fish, is that they don't need to collect any to get us really cool wild types anymore. Gnarly Fish Tanks, good to see you in here. Says, I've got a line of yellow tiger endlers, and out of the 30 to 40 males, I've had one wild colored male endler. All of the other males are yellow tigers. Interesting how wild come from them. Yeah, it's super cool. I love genetic structures of fish like that. It just shows like how resilient genetics are, and how we can make what we want, but then over time, nature's just going to take its course and go right back to what it's supposed to be. So super cool. I think it's fascinating and it's really enjoyable to watch. Travis, ever had any experience using a canister filter and slowing down the flow from the return? Yes, actually I have. So I took the ZisBio bubblers off of the 75 behind me and the power head that was in there. So there's one power head still in there. And I put a canister on there. And then on the Zebra Pike tank, I've got 2 massive sponge filters, a power head with a intake sponge, and then a Eheim L360 whatever canister filter on there. And then I've got one of those super cheap China ones that I've been doing a long-term test on the 45 tall. So what you can do for sure to just slow down that the outtake flow is just get a sponge, like just a dense, not a dense sponge, a fine sponge, but more of like a, what's the word I'm looking for here? Coarse. That's the word. Coarse sponge, and put that on the end. You can zip tie it to the end, and that'll help the flow get diverted a little bit. Or what you can do is you can actually take like what's some other the intake cover that you get for the actual intake of the canister. You can just go get one of those and put that on the outtake, and that'll help kind of separate the flow there as well. So hopefully that helps. Andre says, Patrick, are you talking about the tiny gray guppies that occasionally flash a random color? I think that's what he's asking. Big City Betta says, the male pea puffers literally drag the females under moss or leaves to spawn crazy aggressive stuff. Yeah, little murder beans. Straight murder beans. Such a good name for them. The Undertaker Calloway says, I have pea puffers, Peanut and Walter. I think I still have in my 75. I haven't seen them because it's so heavily planted. Usually I'll see things every once in a while. Like the other day, I was sitting here, Lewis and I were hanging out, and I was like, that's an mono shrimp. I put those in like 9 months ago, and I haven't seen them since. That's so cool. So there's still mono shrimp in my 75. I have no idea. So that's kind of the cool part about having a more natural planted tank, is that sometimes you just let nature take its course. But I think there's 2 in there. There's 2. There was 4. I think 2 of them were just eaten by the angels or something. I still have 2. Atkins, Ian, good to see you. Good morning, Peter. Hope you're staying safe, buddy. Good to see you back. It's good to be back. I missed the community. I missed all of you guys way more than you know. It's been very difficult to not have this. This is my happy time. Chevy Fish, thank you for dropping the link to our Fish Collective. Yeah, go on there. We're going to be adding some more stuff on Monday. Hopefully, now that the weather's warming up, we're going to start taking new sellers too. So if you guys want to, you can start sending in submissions to start selling on our Fish Collective. So we're gonna start it up again here soon. Winter was just brutal, absolutely brutal, and it wasn't safe to ship anything. I think I shipped 3 boxes and only 1 out of the 3 survived just because of delay and cold weather. So not fun. Ian's Nature Aquarium says, good morning, everyone. I'm starting my first day at an LFS. That's awesome, bud. Congrats. It's really cool to work at a local fish store. It's really fun. Get to meet awesome people. My biggest thing is just listen to the people that come in, because sometimes you'll get someone who comes in that's got way more knowledge and they are ready to impart that on you. So just listen and enjoy. Definitely enjoy. Joel says, left the aquarium hobby for more than a month, now returning without a planted tank, restarting everything. over again with brand new supplies, had to deal with live bear disease. Never able to treat. Yeah, that live bear disease, calamanus worms, whatever you want to call them. There's a couple like different things that kind of fit under that same category. It's absolutely awful. It's one of the worst things you can possibly get in guppies or any live bear strain. I treat with Paraclens and then Marison, I think is the other one. I don't have Marison right here, but like I get like big containers of that stuff so I can treat when I brought that import stuff in. But that stuff works really, really, really well on guppies. Same with General Cure. It's great. Salt works awesome. You can get a lot of stuff taken out with salt. So quarantine for sure when you get anything new. It's always best. Always best. Everyone's saying congrats on your first day. It is really cool, Ian. Hopefully you enjoy it. Should be super fun. Should be super fun. Big City Betta says, in my Tetra Rasbora tank, I randomly find fry due to all the plants. Always a fun surprise. Always a fun surprise to get little babies. Always so cool. So cool. Sean OOTD. That's always a great surprise. Amber had a batch of Zoogonicus tequila. I was expecting, was feeding them 2 days ago. Found 8 from them. That is so cool. That's so cool. I just love seeing new babies. It's just awesome. Joe L says, Peter, I saw the aquarium co-op test strips yesterday on their website. Their ammonia test strips only need 10 seconds, and their all-in-one only needs 30 seconds. I didn't know they were coming out with one. I use APIs, the 5-in-1. I like them the most. They're the cheapest. You get a lot in here. I like this huge container that I have. I don't know why, but I really, really like it. And I just refilled this one. So that's the ones I use. I haven't used the co-op ones yet. So I don't know how well they work. Looks like the chat's kind of just rolling. Talking to you guys. It's awesome. We got 39 people in here. Thank you guys so much. It's good to be back and just hanging out. We're almost to 3K, 2 on the subs, which is super cool. And when we hit that 3K, we're definitely going to be doing the OFC gift card giveaway and then potentially another giveaway too. So we just have to wait and see. I mean, we're just working on so many huge things right now that every day is super cool, super exciting, super new. We're learning every day. It's just been it's been a good day. Good time. It's been a good time. Whoa, everything aquarium, $20. Freaking kidding me, dude? I'm patiently waiting to see the tank review video. Besides that, I'd love to help you all with everything you need. I always reach out on Insta or here. That's super cool, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. The tank review video, I have them all saved, every single one of them. I just haven't gotten to it yet. That's on my list of things to do, but they all are saved. If you guys want to, you can message me through Instagram. You can send me pictures of your tanks, and I will get to add them to that list. Thank you, Everything Aquarium. I really do appreciate it. And I love the comment there that you are glad to help people. I think that is something we've got to do as a community, is help each other answer questions, because not everyone's got the answers. And if I don't have it, I'm going to have someone reach out to somebody else for it. So it's really cool. And thank you for the $20. That means a lot. It really does. Never ask for money from anybody, and it's really cool that you did that. So thank you very much. Thank you. Lav saying, how are the snails doing, Peter? They're doing good. I've got them in like 3 tanks now. They're kind of separating around in here. The clutches didn't make it, unfortunately. So I'm just kind of have snails all over the place, which is pretty cool though. I love me some snails. I've got so right here on my desk, I've got like a sticker bomb in it. So I've got like Houston Manzanita, Bay Area Aquatics, Sand Creek Aquatics 2. I've got your sticker, Lav Snails. I've got Into the AM, who is actually a channel sponsor. So this is a shirt they sent me. So if you want to go to Into the AM, I think it's Guppy10 is the code. You get 10% off your order if you want to do that. They came out with like 3 new shirts that I really, really liked. So this is one of them. There's another one that's just this kind of like acid wash color. And then there's one that says, no bad days. And I was like, I have to have that shirt. I have to have that shirt. So I've got like 4 Ocean on here. And then a couple other ones that are really cool. Like there's a shark on here, and underneath it says Giant Danger Guppy. So, let's see. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Travis, this close to 3K. Seriously, this close to 3K. I think I'm at like, let's see, 2,980. Let's see here. Let me see what we're at. It always, like, YouTube always gives you just the rough. Yeah, 2,981. So we're getting really close. 19 more to 3K, which is mind-blowing still. I can't believe we've come that far in this short amount of time. So thank you all very much. It means way more than you know. Every day I'm absolutely blessed to have this community, this group of people support. It's really awesome. Thank you guys. Joe says, Peter, unfortunately, live bear's disease has made me quit live bears for good. I'm now starting looking towards dwarf cichlid. Really, I'm planning on getting convicts for my turtle tanks soon. That's really cool, though. It is unfortunate that live bear's disease does that. It's just one of those things that if you're not careful enough with who you're buying from, it can really go through and mess some stuff up. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe, or red-eared slider, as you used to be called. But I'm glad that you're still into fish and you still have your turtle. Sean, OOTD. Well, I gotta get outside and prep 12 more tanks for painting, so I'll see y'all later. And remember, everyone, set up a shell dweller tank. That's really cool, man. 12 more tanks is awesome. I actually took down tanks, so I am excited that you're getting more. That's really cool. Congrats. And yes, shell dwellers are awesome fish. Super cool. Really cool fish. Rico Stan says, at Guppy Guru, check that number one more time. Let's see. Woo! 2,987. Wow, we just got 6 more? What did you do, Rico? Sending people over here? You didn't do it already? I'm kidding. That's awesome. Thanks, Rico. I love this community. You guys are the best. Absolutely the best. Florida Fish Rescue says, Joe L., don't get a breeding pair of convicts from you visiting us in 6 months with 6,000 fry you don't know how to get rid of. Seriously, the world does not need more convicts. This is true facts. Yeah, Convicts are actually kind of underrated for the fact that they are very good breeders. I don't know why, as a hobby, we are not, instead of using feeder guppies or feeder goldfish, we're not using convict cichlids. That's something that, we've been doing the store stuff, we get a lot of people coming in and saying, hey, can you take my convict fry or whatever. It's just, it makes more sense because they grow super fast. They're a little bit bigger, and it's not like they're running out. They're a little bit more healthy than goldfish are. So that's something that, I don't know, that's something I've been thinking about lately. So because your fish says Rico is a wizard. He is a wizard. And he does look like one. You're right, Rico. You do. Let's see. We just have. Geez, 2,991. What the heck is going on, Rico? How are you doing that? Are you stealing subscribers from somebody? I want to know. Better not be stealing subscribers. But I like it. So thank you. We are 9 away from 3K. If we hit 3K in 10 minutes, I'm going to be mind blown. And then this whole week, I'm going to be like, what am I going to do? I got to figure out a really cool giveaway. I've got it. So first of all, we're going to be doing I think it's like $100 worth of OFC gift cards. We'll do like 4 $25 gift cards so people can go on and buy anybody else's stuff. I don't want it to be my fish. I want it to be someone else's. And then I have another idea for those winners who win the $25. Maybe I'll send them out something else when it comes in. It's a secret. Can't tell no one. But it's really cool, and I'm super excited. So I'll have to do that. Guys, be ready. Be ready. Yeah, Chris, Multi-Tank Addictions. Good to see you, man. Yes, I do. I live. Just been rolling with all the punches that have been thrown at me lately. So it's been really good, though. Good and bad. Good and bad. So, yeah. Ian says, I love convicts, super hardy. They look good, and they have an attitude of a Midas. They do. Yeah, they're actually a really cool little fish. I really do like them, too. I think Lewis has a breeding pair of them that he's going to give to me for a 10, just so I have some fish that, because we get a lot of really large wild fish into the shop now. And when they come in, they do need to eat something, and more or less, it's got to be live. Usually we try frozen first. If they don't touch the frozen, then we have to go to the next best step. And I would rather raise a fish, make sure it's super healthy, and feed it than buy a feeder goldfish or something. And do it that way. So it's just one of the unfortunate parts with getting into more fish is that what I've said I'd never do, I now kind of have to do in order to make sure that the other fish survive. But it's part of the steps. And that's like with the pike cichlids, I did have to do some live feed to begin with, and now I'm down to frozen shrimp, which is really cool. So, and they're hand feeding, which is even cooler. Timothy Darling, $10. What the heck? Thank you. I appreciate it. This has been crazy. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Now I have to check and see. Everyone's telling me to check and see if I'm over 3K now. Let's see. Oh, 2,996. 4 more to go. 4 more to go. But thank you, Timothy. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Everything Aquarium, thank you as well. Both of those chats are pretty much going to go right back into this fish room in order to get new fish or food or whatever. Every dollar I make on this is literally, I quadruple it in my own account and spend it back in my fish room. So yeah, I spend a lot more money in here than I make. Don't tell anyone that. Let's see. Yeah, we're still at 2,996. We got 6 more minutes to go. Love Snail says, any suggestions for gut bloating white worms? No yogurt and bread method. I tried that. Yuck. I've used algae wafers. Some say to use dog food, but that weirds me out. Any ideas? I did, when I had my Walter worms and my micro worm cultures, I did oatmeal. Oatmeal and yeast packet. So I just made up some oatmeal, the instant, plain oatmeal, put some yeast in there, some water, and they fed, and they did great. So yeah, that worked for me really well. I was able to get really nice cultures, and then I was going on a trip, and I had them in these really nice Tupperware containers with these little things on the top of little holes so the air can get in. And I set the one on top of the other one, and it closed the little thingy, and then they didn't have air, so So I don't have any cultures right now, but that is what I did for my culture. It does absolutely reek, though. So I don't think there's any way to get around the smell. I don't think there's any way to get around it. We really just hit 3K. You guys are crazy. You're the best. Thank you. Everything Aquarium, another $20. I can't. Thank you, guys. Thank you. 3K. Man, cry on stream. It's been a really hard week. You guys are the best. Thank you. We did it. 3K. Thank you, guys. I can't even talk. Okay, well, prep yourselves for the giveaway coming up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Everything Aquarium, thank you again. It definitely is going back into this fish room. Really cool. What the heck, man? Stop giving me money. Stop it, Everything Aquarium. Stop. Thank you, guys. Kevin, you're right. Nothing better than talking to the fish fam when I'm down. So Priscilla MK coming in with $5. Gina French $10. No, people, stop it. Oh my God, I love you guys. You guys are absolutely the best community on YouTube. I'm beyond blessed, beyond thrilled to be a part of it. And that you guys support me and this and all that we do. $3K. You guys did it. Gina, Priscilla, Everything Aquarium, Tim, right? Yeah, Tim. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Like, I don't even know, like, you know, when you get to a point where you just don't know what to say. MBH. It is really cool that it happened live, Travis. I agree. All right, well, we did it. We beat the 10 a.m. Clock for 3K. We're at 3,000 subs. You guys are the best. Absolutely the best. Who would have thought that a random Sunday that I was like, I'm gonna come back and stream just because I need my community. This would happen. Thank you guys. It's been a rough go the last couple of weeks. If you don't know, I lost my uncle to cancer. He was fighting it for 6 months and he didn't make it. So if you could send prayers to my aunt right now, she really needs it. She's by herself now. They don't have any kids. So thank you guys. This is turned a sad day to a happy one. So thank you guys so much. I'm literally at a loss for words. I can't continue streaming because I can't say anything else. 3K, all of you guys, all 3,000 of you. Misfits, I love you guys too. I love you guys too. You guys are my favorite. Okay, well, Travis, more videos will be coming, I swear. I have footage right here next to me of the Lutius when it came in, and that's going to be going on to a new channel potentially, so we just have to wait there. Thank you guys for the condolences. Misfits, what the heck? I'm going to answer a couple of questions before I start crying again. Bard Ash has said, question about split tails. We found 2 juvenile guppies that have split tails. Is that a deformity? So there's 2 different types of split tails. There's actually a tail that has a rip through it, and that's just a water quality thing. And you can do some salt and vitamin D, I believe, will help with that. Or there's called a double blow, where it's more of like a heart-shaped tail, where the middle's kind of shorter than the outsides, and that is a genetic thing you need to work on if you want to have a nice delta tail. So yeah, hopefully there's that. Rico Stan says, Guppy Guru, when you get back from vacation, I'd love to do an interview with you. Just got to interview Bentley Pasco last night. I would interview with you for sure, Rico. For sure. Anytime. Reach out to me and I'm there for you. Thank you guys for today. The guppy love is strong with this community. Thank you guys. Okay, well, I have to get to the fish store today and work a couple hours. So if you guys are in Salt Lake and want to come over and say hello, stop in, say hi. But just know I love you all. My favorite. Absolutely favorite. Chris, come on, man. No, I'm going to send that back to you guys. All these people that are super chatting, if you guys can go sub to their channels, Kevin, guys, I gotta end the stream so you guys quit sending me stuff because I can't do this today. Thank you guys. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Chris. Misfits, Everything Aquarium, Tim, MBH, Gina French, Priscilla. I love you guys. Okay, I'm going to get off because I'm not even saying words anymore. It's just complete shock. So thank you guys. And always love you all. And be sure to spread that guppy love. Have a great day, everybody. See you on the next one. You're my favorite.